Today's episode is going to be on the TW200.
Since buying the bike, selling the bike, and then buying the bike again, I've done a few upgrades that I'm really proud of. Now, I've done an upgraded handlebars, 2-inch rocks risers, double take mirrors, and of course my DG FMF hybrid exhaust. But my favorite upgrade has to be the XT350 Clarke plastic gas tank.
Before you go and throw on any tank larger than what was made for the bike, Clarke makes a TW200 tank. It's a fairly larger tank, but it's not as big as the XT350. Before you can make it all work, you're going to have to do a little bit of modification, and one will be to the seat. You're going to have to nip off a good portion of the seat here, and also the clip that goes underneath. That kind of, I had to shave this part down right here. This part had to get shaved down. I know it doesn't look pretty, but I'm not about pretty, I'm about functioning. And after cutting it, all you have to do is simply take a heavy duty stapler, fold the leatherette, back over and staple it back into place, then it'll fit. And another thing you're gonna have to do is create some kind of bracket for any other tank than what was made for the bike. The XT350 tank, whether you go with a metal tank or the plastic one like I did, you're gonna have to rig something up. I've already drained, or I've already put it on off and drained it. So that's off already. And one bolt here, and that's it. So not a lot of questions have been asked about the tank other than how cool it looks, and I agree with you all, it does look cool. But before it's even asked, on the couple of people that I've seen that have done the XT350 metal tank, they had to ensure it had proper clearance on the for the handlebars and for the cables. And for some reason, I did not have to worry about that. And it does bounce off the tank ever so slightly, but I've never had to have it cranked over that far, and I wasn't worried about it. And as far as the length of the cables, maybe they just came longer after a certain period. I don't know.
After removing the 10mm bolt and ensuring the fuel line is removed, simply lift it off the frame. The form-fitted spaces on the tank match up perfectly to the frame spacers. But if you find that you have a little bit too much wiggle room, try finding a piece of foam or plastic that has a 3M backing that you can wedge in to take up some of that space.
Now, so far, I haven't got a lot of grief about the paint job on the XT350 gas tank. All these chunks right here and gashes and all this is from, these bubbles that have been happening. And I simply just either just cut it out, kind of square it out, cut it out, sand it out, and I just fill it in with my paint. But I ran out of the paint that I'd started with and accidentally hit it with the wrong coat. But I needed to get on the road and ended up just filling it in and was gonna go back later and fix it up. But that's kind of like what I did. And I think the air bubbles are from a combination of using Plasti Dip and then Krylon paint on top. So the whole plan right now is just to take it off, strip it down, and kind of go from there. If all I can find is this lighter sand, it's called a sand whatever paint. I like the tan, but if I have to go a lighter color, so be it. That's fine. I still like the desert tan look because that's just my flavor. This is not a gash in the tank. This is just me and filling it in. I needed to fabricate a bracket for the gas tank to mount to. I had an amazing guy come in. He worked, he worked magic with a welding apparatus. This guy was so awesome. He could weld, bamboo to styrofoam with a hunk of metal that, he picked out. He knew what I wanted. And without even drawing up any kind of design, I just told him what I needed to do. I needed this much space for the, the bolt to secure the gas tank. And he managed to do it with, within, I don't know, like half hour time. Guy was just a magician. Unfortunately, recently we lost him. So, sad day, but at least I got a little bit of his handiwork that's gonna stay with us for a long time. So that being said, if you're going to do the XT350 tank, you're gonna need to, this is a modification. This is being modified. Anything else is an upgrade, and you just add stuff to something, it's an upgrade. This has been modified, this bracket has been modified to accept the XT350 gas tank.
I know this video is all over the place, but I just wanted to showcase one of my favorite upgrades that I have done to the TW200. If you have any questions about the work that I've done so far, please leave it in the comment section. Well, I hope you liked the video, and you like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.